Are you a Titan main tired of being called the brainless crayon eater that just W keys and punches things without a thought in your mind? Well, don't worry. I can save you from that label and flip the script once and for all. This build utilizing the Phoenix Cradle exotic legs for Titans can allow you to become the team player you always wanted to be, buffing and healing your allies just like a Warlock would. This is what I like to call the wannabe Warlock build for Titans. Starting in our subclass, we're going to go with the Hammer of Soul for our super, going with the Towering Barricade, Catapult Lift, or honestly whatever movement ability you want, Throwing Hammer, and then Healing Grenades so we can heal ourselves and our allies. Roaring Flames and Soul Invictus will be our aspects here, as Soul Invictus is going to work with Phoenix Cradles, which will allow our sunspots to work for our allies. Our first fragment is going to be Ember of Mercy, so we can gain restoration as well as giving it to our allies, and then picking up a Fire Sprite will also give us restoration. Ember of Empyrean is the second one here, and this allows Solar Weapon or Ability Final Blows to extend the duration of restoration and Radiant when we have it applied to us. Third is Ember of Benevolence, and this is going to allow us to have increased grenade, melee, and class ability regen for a short duration anytime we apply Restoration, Cure, or Radiant to one of our allies. And then we're going to finalize this build with Ember of Torches to allow us to make us and nearby allies radiant when we hit an enemy with a powered melee attack. For stats, we want to start with focusing on Resilience as number 1, as always, then Discipline, and then Recovery. Resilience being the Titan class's main stat, tying into our class ability here, gives us more barricades, and then damage resistance for the price of 1, and then getting more healing grenades and recovery is nice from Discipline and Recovery. When we talk weapons in this build, Lumina is going to be our kinetic weapon. This is going to allow us to buff our teammates' damage by 35% when we shoot them with our noble rounds gathered from defeating enemies. And this is called an empowering buff, which will not stack with well, but if your teammates are standing in your sunspot, they're going to be gaining restoration anyway, so it's kind of like a pocket well if you have them inside of your sunspot. Our energy slot weapon is going to be a solar weapon of your choice, whether that's going to be a trace rifle, a fusion rifle, or whatever you'd like, as long as it's solar, so we can extend the radiant and restoration buffs thanks to Ember of Empyrean. And then our heavy is also going to be a solar weapon, so Apex Predator would be a great call in this slot, or you could even go the cataclysmic route. An LMG would also work here if you want to just be on ad clear or not do a ton of damage to bosses, or if you're just going to switch off of that LMG before a damage phase. Make sure we don't forget to grab our balls in the artifact this season with solar elemental orbs, and then grab communal and refreshing pickups in the 4th column, and then finish it off with monochromatic maestro in the last column, so we can grab ourselves another damage buff to stack on top of all of the other ones that we have when we deal damage with an elemental ability. The final piece of this build is going to be the armor mods, and we're going to start here on the helmet utilizing heavy ammo finder and then hands on, so we can generate heavy ammo for our teammates as well as get our super back faster when we're using our throwing hammer. Our gauntlets are going to utilize heavy handed and then 2 impact inductions so we can get our grenades back faster, and then so we can create orbs of power when we get powered melee final blows. And if you just punch with roaring flames up, that will count for this. On the chest piece, 3 resistance mods so we can take as much damage as possible from incoming damage. So make sure to grab 3 of the same of whatever is going to be the most amount of damage in the activity that you're running, or you could mix it up and mix and match your resistances. On our boots, we're going to run a triple solar weapon surge so we can utilize our armor charges and deal the most amount of damage with our solar weapons. And then we're going to round this build off with the class item, grabbing Bomber, Reaper, and then another Bomber so we can get our grenades back even faster, and then also create orbs after we use our class ability. This build is a ton of fun to use as a Titan, quite honestly, and I know this isn't a crazy endgame game-breaking meta build, but honestly, who cares? It's a ton of fun to use, and it definitely allows usage in raids or dungeons, so definitely try this out and see what your teammates think of you as a Titan main cosplaying as a Warlock. But help me break the stereotype of all Titans being dumb and use this build. Let me know what you think of this build in the comments below. It's a pretty unique one, and it allows for a completely different style of gameplay, so you should definitely try this out for yourself. Thank you for making it to the end of the video, and if you want to check out some more of my content, head to the description and check out my TikTok for short form content and my Twitch for live streaming content, where I stream 5 days a week playing with my community helping with raids, GMs, dungeons, or even getting to the lighthouse. Also, if you're looking for a little bit of energy in your life to get through the workday or to just go hit a crazy lift and get a nice pump in the gym, make sure to check out Freshen Up. They make incredible energy drinks that help get you through the day while providing no crash and using great ingredients. Use code Walzer for 20% off your order. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.